I may be in danger of possibly losing four more friends. I know the two that I won't name here, but I know the other two who happen to be my lady friends, as just shown here. Just shout out to Mari and Anastasia, two lovely friends of mine that I've known and dearly loved. Like as they have loved me like a brother, and and have loved me like caringly and closely, to where it makes our friendship so very I'm like very very, very close, and emotionally close, and I want to say emotionally attached, but it's just like emotionally and spiritually close, especially with Mari. And I know what I did toward the end of January, and I know that's done and over with, but I mean, I have pretty much reconnected with everyone except Anastasia, which unfortunately I could not find her number in my hard copy, and the only way I can ask is if I'm on Facebook, or just on social media in general. But the thing is, I refuse to go back. Lovely Mel wanted me back, but I don't want to be back yet, to this day. And especially with what I'm dealing with and what I have been dealing with just last week and the last few weeks, even like leading up to the second group text incident. I'm just not ready to go back, and I still don't want to go back to Facebook. And besides, me and with me just having a hard time trying to reach out to Anastasia, like I said, I know I can get through. I can just ask her on Messenger, but the thing is, I don't want to go to Facebook right now. I still don't. And I had one of my friends asked her if about the number, and I think that I don't. She has not responded. Now here's the thing. I think it's I know she still has mine for sure, but unfortunately she was part of everyone else that to sound friendly here, quote unquote, put on hold, and she's the only one that I have not been able to put off hold, just to sound friendly. And right now, I'm trying my hardest to find her number, and I think the only way I can do it is if I'm back in going through Messenger and asking her for it. Now I know it's already been it's already August, and it's already now been like about 7 months, and right now I'm just I'm kind of feeling some concern as to whether or not we're still, if we're still on it, as far as our friendship. I want to say that we are. I'm holding on to hope, especially for both of these ladies, man. I've had so many great conversations with them, and had hangouts when it comes to Anastasia. We've had so many great ones, and Anastasia definitely has a very spirited, bubbly personality that I really enjoy being around, for damn sure. After so many years, and for Mari, she's about the same way. Although I think with me and Mari, there's just we just have a very, very, very strong bond, and I think her. When it comes to her care for me, and it's just the kind of care that I never expected to be to that level, where her care and support for me is just undeniably strong, and you know, very, very, like, very much to make me feel like I really belong. You know, she's her care and her supreme loyalty is, you know, is very pushy just for me to just make me feel like I belong, as a somebody, you know, as a somebody, as a friend, even when I belong with her. And of course, I mean, as a close friend and obviously a best friend, you know. But in regards to, you know, my current friendships with these two, and this goes with all four. Look, I don't want to lose any of those four. I'm afraid it may come to that. Now, obviously, every time I'm in my dump, it's making me feel like my chances with these four may just, you know, it may just be official that it might be over. But of course, I'm never gonna say it's over. You know, I have to see it for myself. But I'm just definitely holding on to hope that, you know, I still have all of them, especially these two that I've developed a very close friendship with, a very close relationship with, and, you know, just sharing so much kindness and, you know, from a spiritual, from siblinghood and, you know, just emotional, you know, standpoint. You know, as far as the closeness of our friendship is concerned, you know what I'm saying? And I know with Mari being the best friend that she has been to me since day one, I know, like, our friendship has, you know, has had, like, not just from an emotional and spiritual standpoint or siblinghood standpoint, but there just is this kind of uniqueness that, although it seems like, you know, the friendship may be a little more than just friends, like just out of the friend zone and being more than just friends. It's not really like that. I mean, I had to do some research about, you know, when it comes to best friend friendship of the opposite sexes. It's, you know, it's you know, just having to look at, you know, between me and Mari when it comes to our friendship, like, it's just very different. And, you know, I don't know, maybe you can argue that it's her looks, but we all know looks is just, you know, it doesn't say much. Nobody can judge a book by its cover. You know, no matter how super good looking somebody like her is, or, you know, somebody like Sam, you know what I'm saying? We gotta judge from the inside, and she definitely has both. But I'm saying, like, our friendship, like, you know, the closest that we have from an emotional, spiritual, and siblinghood standpoint, it's just more than just that. And just seeing it, like, it's just so unique. It's so unique that it feels like, you know, we have many moments where it just tends to be more than friends, but in reality, it's still friends. We're still best friends no matter what. We always have to keep it to that zone, even if it feels outside of that friend zone a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, you know, when it comes to, like, the best friend, you know, relationships, or, you know, just even like close friend relationships with the opposite sex, it's, you know, there is some flirtation, and it's natural. But I think with Mari and I, it's different. I know with, you know, me and Anastasia have really had a very good bond for such a long time, and, you know, it's just, she's always been that supportive of me, and, you know, just like Mari, and, you know, had very strong support. So, yeah, for the most part, I'm holding on to hope that these guys are friends with me. I'm pretty sure they will be. I'm definitely holding on to hope for that. So just continue to have great memories, and I'm just, you know, remaining positive, and, you know, that's just that. And I just want to make sure, you know, that all smiles for them, and our friendships will continue for damn sure. So I'm gonna leave it at that. In regards to all four, including these two, I think I see a better chance that these two will stay. Even though to me it feels more like of these two, I think Mari just has the best chance. But then, I'm always saying that like everything on me to say is just word of mouth right now, and it's my feelings can vary differently, just depending on how the next day goes and all that. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it at that. So, like I said, I'm just setting my prayers that not only that both of these guys are okay, but just that our friendships will be. All right, peace out.